Riverside community continues to mourn tonight. Neighbors and relatives of the Winnick family say they are in disbelief still. Police believe a former Virginia trooper drove cross-country to seduce the family's 15-year-old daughter. They say he killed the girl's mom, Brooke, and grandparents Sherry and Mark, and set their house on fire. That suspect was shot and killed when taking the 15-year-old to Vegas.
Tonight, the community is still trying to make sense of what happened. Christina Gonzalez live in Riverside. Christina.
And investigators still trying to piece it together. They don't know yet how the family was killed. The fire was actually secondary. They also want to come up with the digital footprint of this suspect as it pertains to any computer, anything in this house, and perhaps other places. This is what we know so far. Riverside police returned to the burned-out home where Mark, Cherie, and their adult daughter, Brooke Winnick, were killed, allegedly by Virginia police officer Austin Lee Edwards, before he set off with Brooke's 15-year-old daughter. She was rescued by officers who killed Edwards during a shootout in the Mojave Desert when he was located driving with the girl. Her sister, wearing blue, the only surviving immediate relative, was at the house to allow investigators in.
Detectives wanted to come out here and do just a secondary walkthrough while it was light and not as smoky.
They're also looking at videos from neighboring houses.
We're not going to release any surveillance video, but we do have some home surveillance cameras that picked up the suspect as he drove onto this block. And then we also have one of him walking from the house with the teenager to the car.
This neighbor says he had seen the vehicle parked up the street last month, but never the occupant. It was a cul-de-sac resident calling in Edwards' license plate when he left with the barefoot 15-year-old that led to law enforcement locating them.
We're still looking into, when he arrived in California and Riverside here, but that's going to take a while. We have this whole digital crime scene that we're going to have to locate, with warrants probably, and sort through to see if there's anything where he relayed his intentions or his plans.
Investigators believe that 28-year-old Edwards was catfishing the 15-year-old, pretending to be a teenage boy online and grooming her to leave with him, something neighbors say they've dealt with. Her teenager was being catfished until she got involved and put a stop to it, she says. But now she looks at this tragic outcome and fears for that 15-year-old who remains with Child Protective Services.
We still have no reason to believe that she was implicit in the murders or the fire. We still don't know either if she was kidnapped or not. We don't know if she was threatened or coerced to get in the car.
And that's not to say they don't consider her a victim. They very much do. Now, the family's supposed to speak with media tomorrow morning. If they do, we will be there. Live in Riverside, I'm Christina Gonzalez. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks.